Well, thank you, Linda, and good morning, everybody. As Linda said, my name is Deborah Milavec, and I'm the Executive Director of Future Church. Future Church is celebrating its 25th year of existence this year, and we have in the audience Sister Chris Schenk, the brilliant woman co-founder who has brought this organization to where it is today. Future Church is a coalition of Catholics working to provide opportunities for all the baptized, including women, to participate fully in the life and leadership of the church. Bringing women into full and equal partnership in all aspects of church life, governance, and ministry is a central feature of our work. Thank you. As we begin this panel, always at the center, but never at the front, the role of women in the church, I ask, where are the women? How are the women? As Pope Francis makes his inaugural visit to the United States this September, as we approach the final phase of the Synod on the Family, as we enter into the Jubilee Year of Mercy, how will women fare? Will our voices be heard? Will our gifts, our intellect, our skills be engaged? Will our concerns and insights show up in any official policy, any pastoral directives? Will the bishops read Catholic Women Speak, I have to show it, a brand new resource edited by Tina Beatty, written essays by women who are addressing the topics that will be addressed at the Synod on the Family. It's a fabulous resource by Paulus Press. Make sure you get a copy. Will we see ourselves more clearly in our liturgies, in the language we share when we come together for worship, in our prayers? Just look at the prayer for the Jubilee Year of Mercy, where Magdalene is again paired with the adulteress. We have a lot of work to do. Where are the women, and how are the women? We know women are leading throughout the Catholic world. We know the Pat Farrells, the Carolyn Woos, the Donna Markhams, and so many others. The church would be nothing without the dedication of women. Still, women have yet to write one encyclical, one apostolic letter or exhortation, and when it comes to official church teaching, women are the recipients, the distribution centers, not the engineers. In choosing our leadership, women cast no votes. We do not determine who should be pope or who should head curial offices. Bishops and priests are not chosen by women or even vetted by them. The system is rigged. We know it. It is shaped by patriarchy, misogyny, ignorance, and yes, I would say sin. We need a way forward. We need a way in, and that's why we're here today. We begin this panel with Gina Messina Dysart and William David Myers. Gina is Dean of the School of Graduate and Professional Studies at Ursuline College. She is co-founder of Feminism and Religion. She is the author of Rape, Culture, and Spiritual Violence, and the co-editor of Feminism and Religion in the 21st Century, and a brand new book coming out, Faithfully Feminist, Jewish, Christian, and Muslim Feminists on Why We Stay. Gina has presented across the United States at universities, conferences, and in the national news, including the Tavis Smiley Show, one of my favorites, the MSNBC. Gina also took to the TEDx stage in 2014 to give her talk, The New Feminist Revolution in Religion. She has spoken at the Commission on the Status of Women at the United Nations and is active in movements to end gender-based violence. You can follow her on Twitter at FemTheologian and on her website at GinaMessinaDysart.com. William David Myers is a professor of history at Fordham University. He specializes in the religious history of early modern Europe and the legal and social history of crime and gender in 16th and 17th century Germany. He has published 2 books, Poor Sinning Folk, Confession and Conscience in Counter-Reformation Germany, and Death and a Maiden, Infanticide and the Tragical History of Greta Schmidt. The movie rights have been purchased by Utopia Productions in Germany. In addition to numerous articles written on the history of penance and confession in European history, David has written for Conscience on the subject of the papacy in the modern world and women in the Catholic Church. He has also been a frequent reviewer for the Chicago Tribune. Currently, he is completing 2 books, American Torture and the Western Experience, and Sin and Penance in the History of Christianity. So welcome to you both. So here's how this panel is going to go. David will begin by taking us through the sweep of history of women's roles in leadership in the church, and Gina's going to follow by discussing women's contemporary experience in the church. After they both present, we'll have a time of Q&A for all of you. So let's begin, and I invite David to the podium.